Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Alexis and this video is going to be different than the ones that I usually post. If you're familiar with my channel, you guys know that I do post prophetic words, but I just feel like it's time for me to start posting things other than my prophetic words. And I've had a lot of experiences, spiritual experiences and encounters and things that, you know, are biblically based that actually happened in my life. And I felt like I've been sitting on this information for so long, and I feel like God's been wanting me to put this stuff out because it's not going to do me any good if I just keep it all internal. I have to share with you guys for you to know, that God is real, Jesus is real, demons are real, evil is real. So this video in particular, I'm going to tell you guys a little story about the time that I was physically attacked by demons. So whether you're a believer, you're not a believer, we are attacked every day by people. Spirits do inhabit people, and people are driven to do certain things because a demonic spirit has entered them, or whatever the case may be. Then that person is then influenced to do something that they normally wouldn't do. But this is something that to this day it scares me because this does happen, and this was very real. So this happened back in, I would say, January 2021. I was living in Florida at the time, and I'm a nurse, and my job that I was working as a home health nurse. So working as a home health nurse, you are in a person's home anywhere between like an hour to like 12 hours. So I was working an 8-hour shift. I've been with this patient for over a year at that time. So, I was pretty familiar with the patient, the home, and I worked overnight. So it was very dark when I got to work at around 11. I left at 7 a.m. So it was just dark my entire shift. So this particular night, by the way, my patient is a baby. She was like 2 years old at the time. So this particular night, I remember it was just a regular night. I came into work, did what I had to do. I checked on her a few times, and that was it. So I would periodically check on her. So I remember I checked on her. I don't remember what time this was. I don't remember. But I was like, okay, well, let me just check on, so-and-so right now. It's about that time, So I got up, and this actually, I believe this happened. Was it like January 1st this happened? Or like it was like the very beginning of January. I don't really remember the exact date, but it was the beginning of January 2021, like right after the New Year celebration. So I got up to go check on my patient. I went into her room. She was asleep, and so we kept her room dark because she's sleeping, like why wouldn't she want to be sleeping in the dark? So her room would be completely pitch black when I would go in there. The only thing that was really lit was like her monitors, like her feeding pump was lit, or other little machines that were for medical use. Those were like they had the little LED screen where there's buttons and whatnot, but there wasn't like actual light. So the room was just completely dark. So I went into the room, and I checked on her. I did what I had to do. This is not made up. This is something that has happened to me. It felt like I was attacked. I was attacked. Because all at once, it came out of nowhere. All at once, I felt extremely nauseous. And have you guys ever, I have had spiritual encounters before, and whenever there is a spirit that's close to me, whether it be a demonic entity, whatever, it's almost like I could hear the static. It's like, I don't know why. That's just something I've always had, even as a child. I could hear the static of that thing. So I remember, once again, I was extremely nauseous. and I heard the loudest ringing in both of my ears. It was like at the same time, it was almost like deafening. And I remember I felt hot. I had extremely bad hot flash. So all of these things happened at once, and I was dizzy. All this happened at once. It literally, I fell to the floor. I fell to the floor. I didn't want to wake her up. I didn't want to wake up the mom who was asleep next door. But I fell to the floor, and I was just like, I was confused. I can't even explain it to you because it's something that you can't explain with words. You just have to experience it. I hope you don't experience it, but you just have to know what I'm talking about in order to like understand. So I remember, I don't know how, it was by the grace of God that I got myself out of the bedroom because I didn't want to wake her up once again. And the bathroom was right next door. So I went into the bathroom, closed the door behind me. I was nauseous, like extreme nausea, like to the point of throwing up. The loud ringing in my ears, like a high-pitched deafening sound, dizzy, and I was hot. It was just all happened at once. And I remember in my spirit, I knew that it was a demonic attack. And I remember I just began to say the name Jesus. I was like, Jesus, please help me. Jesus, please help me. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And the minute I began to say Jesus, all of those things just, it stopped. And I literally heard, I felt the thing, whatever it was, lift over my head. It was almost like it was right here, because it was like I could hear like, I don't know what it was, you guys, but I could hear, it was like the static was right over me. It was like I felt it and I heard it. And then I just kept saying the name Jesus. I was like, Jesus, please help me, help me, help me. And then it just stopped. It went away. And then I was fine. And I remember it took so much energy out of me that I actually fell asleep on the couch for like an hour or two during my shift. I just knocked out. It was like it drained me. Whatever it was, took all of my energy, and it drained me. So that actually happened to me twice. That happened to me twice in that house. The first time that it happened was in January. The next time, I don't remember when it happened again, but I remember it happened again. The exact same situation. I went into the room. It was the exact same attack. It was a demonic spiritual attack. The exact same thing attacked me, and I did the exact same thing, and then it went away. Also, I remember there was one night I dozed off. It was, once again, guys, it was a night job. I'm not proud of dozing off sometimes, but there were some times I did doze off, you know. There was one night that I dozed off, and I remember I had a dream. And in my dream, I literally see myself. I got up off the couch from my nap that I had, went into her room, and there was a dark figure in the room. So in my dream, I seen myself going into her room. I seen the dark figure in there. And it was basically like, I actually just got up and went into the room, but I was asleep. I see myself getting up, going into the room, and there was a dark presence in there. So I knew that it was something in that room, something in that house. I mean, I knew it from the first time I even stepped into that house. St. Augustine, which is right next to Jacksonville. That's where I worked. St. Augustine is one of the oldest, I think it's the oldest city in this country. So there are a lot of, old things walking around. I don't really know what was in that house, but I know it was demonic. It tried to attack me. And the only thing that, made it go away was calling on Jesus. I had to call on his name. Like, that was the only thing. And had I not known to call on Jesus, had I not known to do that, I don't know if that thing would have, I don't know what would have happened. I don't know if the ringing would have gotten so intense that something would have happened internally. I don't know what would have happened, but had I not known to call on his name, I probably wouldn't be here right now, or I would probably be possessed with something right now, like walking around here doing evil things because there's something in me that took over my body. Like, It literally was a spirit that was trying to enter into my body and take over that's how the Lord put it to me. It was a spirit that tried to enter into my body and take over me. So, but that didn't happen. So, you know, it's one thing being attacked in the physical, you know, in reality, when you can see the person or see something coming towards you, you have a chance to protect yourself. You can put your hands up, you can find something, you know what I mean? It's easier to fight when you can see it, but when you can't see something, you're defenseless. You don't, there's no warning, there's no like, okay, this is about to happen. It just happens, and it's the scariest thing ever. And I've had encounters with demons before, but usually it would be when I was sleeping, like, you know, the whole sleep paralysis thing. Those are demons lurking over your body, waiting for you to fall asleep. But anyway, that's another story. But I've had those encounters plenty of times, but that was when I was asleep. But to have it when I'm awake and I'm aware I'm not asleep, that was scary. It hasn't happened to me since. I hope it never does again. But I was physically attacked by demons, and the Lord saved me, as he always does. So it is real. God does exist, evil does exist, and the name of Jesus is very powerful. So whenever you're in a situation where you need help and there is no way out and you need help immediately, call on Jesus. Call on him. Just call on his name and believe that he's going to save you. And he always did for me. So that was my story time on the time I was attacked by demons, and Jesus came through and saved me. So hopefully you guys will never have to experience that. If you have, leave your experience down below. If you haven't, hope that you learn from this video. Guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.